It looks like garage band for real.
It's all the same shit for real.
All right, yeah. What to do? Welcome back to the Fairly Decent Podcast.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
your host, Jason, and we are back today with another album.
Goddamn
with
right.
With two of my favorite people
in
the world right
Appreciate
now,
you,
man.
dog.
I got Profound 79, and I got CJ the Prophet with me, fellas. How y'all
Yes,
feeling?
sir. Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Here we are again.
Here we are
Way
again.
back. I feel like we were just here.
We were.
I know, right?
Feeling good, man. I'm happy to have y'all over at the crib, man.
Absolutely. Thank you for
It's
having
beautiful
us.
outside, but it's hot.
Yeah,
I'm
this
glad we
weather
don't
is
have to be
trash,
up
man.
there. Facts.
Your AC works though, so we good.
Yeah,
you know?
it's nice and
Plus, we some
comfortable
cool jokers anyway. You know what I'm saying?
hey,
So,
hey,
Come on, man.
yeah.
Nah, man, but the album is out, man.
Yes,
Pack of
sir.
Loosies, Volume 9.
Volume 9. Man.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Before y'all do anything, hit pause. Go get that.
Go get it.
Go get that right now.
Buy it.
So, number 9, man. Number 9.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
How you feel?
I feel good, man. I feel so like accomplished, but also thankful at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like the number 9 hasn't really like still set into me because it's like we keep working. You know, we're always working on shit, but like sitting back, even right now, it's hitting me like number 9.
Number 9, bro.
Like, and my second album with Pro at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know, I feel great, man. I really do. I feel really good.
When did it start? What was the first year?
It was 2022, the end of 2022.
Oh man, you've been grinding. Man.
Grinding.
I thought you would say like something like
2016.
2000. Yeah, that's crazy. I thought you was like 2016. I'm
It
like,
was the end. Actually, that poster right there, it was in December of 2022.
That's from the first one?
Yeah.
well, that's incredible, man. That speaks a lot for your work ethic as
Yeah.
well. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For those people, who struggle with consistency out here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, got to stay consistent. You know.
And it's not just his work ethic. It's yours, too.
Facts.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Because you're not just doing the Pack of Loosies. You're doing them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's
You have,
shit.
Everybody's shit, man.
Yeah.
How do you, I don't want to ask Pro first before we get into some of the songs on the album. Like, how do you find, I don't want to say inspiration because I know you love this shit. Like, you live and breathe this shit, but like,
100%.
how every day do you get up and like either have this thing in mind or maybe you don't have this thing in mind, you kind of just do it? Like, how do you keep going every single day like this hard?
I think there's something wrong with me, man, for real. No. Like, like some people like set out. I'm an artist by that's I paint and draw and all that all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm just like a really creative person. So I'm just all in. It's funny because my man the other day, he was like, yo, you're like one of the most hip hop person I've ever met. He's like, you talk hip hop, you look hip hop.
For sure.
Everything about you is hip hop. And I was like, I didn't really think about it like that. But I was like, I guess it is, but like, it's my life,
For sure.
I don't know how to like describe it. And then like, him and I also made sacrifices to get here and determination to get here. And I feel like if I don't give 100%, then I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? Wow. I'm on my own voyage. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Yeah. But like your music knowledge goes far beyond hip hop. Like
thank you, man.
It actually starts elsewhere. I would say as far as like, in terms of your like production style and the instruments you use and just the way you think when you create like some of the music, it definitely spans well beyond hip hop.
Thank you, man. I mean, we're all music lovers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So like,
us, yeah.
I just really like start to like just listen to any kind of music and try to understand it. I might not necessarily like it, but I try to understand and take away what kind of creative choices they made or however that could influence me. Like, cause my daughters all the time listening to like newer age stuff that I would never listen to. You know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? I might as well, while I'm being tortured by this music, listen to it and try to understand it. And like, it's not bad. It's not for me. It's music.
Sure.
It's a big realm, especially hip hop too. There can be like one side of hip hop, and I never even heard who they are, and they've got a career now.
For sure.
You know what I mean? It's, I've learned to be artist too. It might not be my cup of tea.
Right.
But, it works for you, whatever works for you, what I'm saying?
For sure. I mean, and again, just the way you kind of put your style on everything is very unique. And we said this last time when we sat down with Ty, but I don't want to say when it's profound, but there's just this thing that when the song comes on, you know it's profound. It's not that you have a boxed in style. It's actually the exact opposite. Yeah. It's like so broad that only a certain select few people can do that kind of style. And
Thank you, man.
you are definitely one of those people, man.
I always notice it when whatever you sample or create, like how you blend it with your drum breaks. That's what always gives it away.
Yeah,
like you said, you
100%.
don't have a specific sound, like you're not in a box, but it's the way you like choose your drum breaks with whatever sample you're using. Like I can always tell
Thank you, man.
what sound it is, and like it always captivates me. You know what I'm saying? Like
I mean, that's what I like about making music is like I look up to like some of the greats, you know. So like take for instance like Easy Mo B, somebody like that. They were able to be like so versatile in their career. Like he did stuff for Miles Davis. He did like R&B hits. Like I feel like as a producer, you kind of like not only have to challenge yourself, but like why would you not want to make as much music as you can make? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
absolutely.
Like that's why I was so happy when we started working on our album, because you're versatile like that too. You're not just like rap or like this, you know, you're all types of different things as well. So yeah, man.
But getting into the album, see, I gotta ask, and this might have an answer, this might not have an answer. It might have just worked out that way. But the BMW is something that you I don't know if it's you both love a lot, but the BMW has always been something that has been associated with all of these projects. When did that start?
I'm gonna be honest. My little brother Jacob put me on the BMW.
Word, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of the automobile, but like I've never owned one. So when I seen my little brother getting it, and then it's just like that brother complex. Like, all right, I'm not about to just let you flex. Like I got to get one too. And then I got mine, and then like started really researching into BMWs. Every time I travel, I rent one. Like, and just really, I've really fell in love with that company. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I just felt like for this album, it just fit the feel of that vehicle.
Sure.
Like, if that makes sense. It just kind of fit. And then our thing is just, it's been since Volume 6, like matching up a vehicle. And that was his idea for Volume 6.
Because it was the Ferrari.
The red Ferrari,
on 6, yeah.
And like he kind of led with that idea. And I think I wanted to kind of keep that same like bond that we have and idea with Volume 9. So I was like, yo, we're doing a black BMW this time. Then it ended up being the 73 E9, which is a very rare vehicle.
Yeah.
Which we're very rare artists and producers, and I just feel like it fit. But yeah, man, I love BMWs.
I love them too. I mean, it's great. I just kind of wanted to get like a more in-depth answer on like why that. But that's really cool, and it's really cool that y'all kept that kind of theme alive, because the red Ferrari was fire too. Crazy.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
That was actually, it was like, what's cool about it is it's a combination of both our ideas.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, we developed that picture, but then he added, you know, he took it some other direction.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the same thing. It's like, and it's crazy because there's not a lot of back and forth. Like he'll make a decision. I'm like, oh yeah, of course. Like, that's a decision that should have been made. But like, and then it just, you know, I think also too, like we like some kind of like Rob Report type of dudes. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, that it just felt like we like that explains our like our aesthetic a little bit. You know what I mean? Because we didn't want to do shoes and be like cliche. Well, we got some Jordans and stuff. We got all that. Trust me. But like we wanted it to be next level
for sure.
You know?
For sure.
And that like you could have picked any cars, but you picked 2 luxury cars, which kind of fits the sound.
Yeah,
it is a very luxurious style sound, and that dude on the first. It's just the first track or whatever. That man loves that BMW. That man loves that BMW. I was listening to it on the way up here, and like I had listened to it before, but like it was always kind of like on just elsewhere. But like having it on in the car, the windows were rolled up because it's hot as shit outside. So like I actually can like hear everything, and like listening to that dude talk about that BMW, I'm like, yo, okay, I get it.
Right.
He was hung up on that rust too.
Bro, what? that water on the
leaks in.
Jeez, Louise.
He was willing to work with it though. Remember, he was like, "It's just the way it is."
He was spending peas too. He was like, I mean, I really only spent like 5,000 euros, which really isn't crazy in Australia.
10 grand for you people out there. Like,
But the thing, I want people to know also, I had a vision for the intro track where I sampled the guy speaking about the vehicle, and like this is some super artsy shit, but like I felt like the way he was speaking about the vehicle was how I would speak about me, like my human
That's
flesh,
dope. That's
my
dope.
body, the way he's saying like
I got that. I got that vibe. Like
that
it
was
kind
really
of referenced the music too as well. Like I got that vibe, man.
Like we've been scarred up, we've been beat up, we've been through shit, but like this is still a luxury vehicle. You know what I'm saying? We're still a luxury artist. That was my vision with that. Like it wasn't just sampling.
And they're not making us anymore. You know,
Yeah.
we might leak a little bit.
Might be some rust here and there.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that though, because I was actually thinking that, but also I didn't want to be the one to like overanalyze some shit that like doesn't really exist. So I'm like thinking in my head, I'm like, all right, like you might be going too far, like thinking that this like emulates the entire thing. But I'm glad you said that, because I was thinking that, but in my head I was like, that you're reaching at this point. But no.
Because it would suck to say that and be like, no, I wasn't.
Yeah, like no, not at all. It's just
fault.
I just like the car. Yeah, no, that's
fault.
dope.
Yeah,
So like going into the album, we're gonna start. I would definitely need to start with Libra Scale, because the 3 Libras are back.
Yes, sir.
Back in full effect.
Yeah.
Talk about that song a little bit. Kind of where that direction started from. Did it start from just literally both of y'all being Libras, and that's kind of just where the song was headed from the very start, or did that kind of take course over a period of time?
Yeah, it was over a period of time. I think
We didn't know. I think when we did Volume 6, we didn't know we were Libras yet. You
Right,
know what I mean? That
right.
hadn't been like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So I think that was just like part of it.
yeah.
And like, plus we started performing together a lot. So he got to see me rap as well.
Yeah.
So like, he was like, you know, he encouraged that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He knows a good rapper when he hears him. So
For
like,
sure.
Not word.
Not word.
The funny thing
tried
is that
to-
we were doing something and we were freestyling. We were outside goofing off at one of our shows, and you were like freestyling. You were playing, but you were like freestyling. I was like, hold the fuck up. I said, hold the fuck up.
Yeah, they forget about that just a rap.
But I love that we did that. This was actually the last song that I did for the album.
Yep.
Like I wasn't planning on doing this, but that beat, I was like, oh, I forgot about this.
That beat is insane.
insane, bro.
Well, he picked it off like I had put it on my stories.
Mm-hmm.
Like I played it like in the studio.
He
And
just
that's,
hit you like,
that's
bro,
what
I need that.
Good thing he did, because
Yeah.
like, it was like sharks were getting out of that after that. But like he
Skrilla's on the line, like, bro, I need that.
He called us like, yo, I need that beat, and like we pulled it, and like you know that's right, because like that's one thing I will give CJ a lot of credit for. Like if you send him like 9 or 10 beats, he's gonna like really understand that music and try to make it work with what you sent.
Sure.
Like a lot of guys will be like, oh, I don't know, this is gonna be too much hard work for this beat. Like keep sending me beats, just keep sending me beats.
Yeah.
He doesn't do that. He works
No.
with like what, you know, I don't know if that just works out like that or like what, but I
I
commend
think it
you
just
for that.
goes back to like the hours that you've put in to the craft and how much you genuinely like enjoy the craft and love the craft. And like there's some people like that are in it for one reason, and then there's people who really wake up and go to sleep, live and die about this music shit. And I think that's where the disconnect might be with some people, especially like with you two versus other people, is that you guys live and breathe this shit. So no matter what, I don't want to say you can make it work, but you're going to be able to do something with everything because of the hours that you've put in.
Right.
It might not always be the best. It might not always be the worst, but you have the ability. Some people just don't have the ability. And I think that you two have the ability, especially together to do really, really great things. This album is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
I think
I appreciate
everything it's just very intentional.
Yeah.
And it depends on which producer I'm working with. Usually I'll get a beat pack and I'm like, oh, use 2 or 3. We'll do something with it. But like with him, because I respect him so much, it's like if you send me a batch, I'm gonna make all these like everything in this batch work together. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you've already personally selected these beats specifically anyway. Yeah, right. So it's like I'm gonna be very intentional with the batch that you send me. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm glad I got that beat last, because I started writing to it, and somehow I just started talking about Libra, like talking about my birthday. I wanted to speak about some shit with my family and like my upbringing. And then I started talking about Libras, and I was like, bro, you got to rap on this shit. Like, I was like, you have to. Like, who else is asking you to do shit like that?
That was
like,
gonna be my next.
much
That was gonna be my next question. Is Profound is rapping on this song too, and
who else is asking you to do that?
Yeah,
like, that's how much I like, bro. You're like, this is family shit. Like, I want us to shine. Like, yeah, you're on the beats, but like at the same time, come on, man.
get your shit off.
Yeah,
they can't see me tearing up because I got glasses on. But
No,
like,
seriously,
no, it's family, bro. It's 100%.
Facts.
Yeah, man, that's it's not hard. Like it's not hard work for
At all.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, you know how when you get involved with somebody, like the feeling is mutual.
Yeah.
Like you're like on a winning team.
Yeah.
And you're you know, your partner's killing, you're getting like 49 points. And you're getting 49 points. It's like great, you know what I'm saying? And he didn't plan it or anything. You know, it's like working out. Yeah, it's like that type of vibe.
Yeah, man.
And some like, I don't want to say all, but a lot of producers would probably shy away at that opportunity or at that ask of somebody else, but just because they may not feel comfortable or they may not, whatever the case may be. But no, you tackled the situation and it came out beautiful.
Thank you, man. Hey, didn't cuss or anything, no derogatory or anything. I actually wrote it so my daughter could listen to it. I mean, she was like heavily embarrassed by it, but yeah, I wrote it so like somebody could listen to it and actually get. Like, I feel like these dudes use like too many like crutch words.
Yeah.
Right. So like that, you got to really challenge yourself. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm an artist. CJ's an artist. You if you're an artist, you know, you got to give these people more.
For sure.
You got to give these people something to like inspire them to want to do something different. You know what I'm saying? Like break the mold type of stuff. And like, you know, I've always been a rapper, but like I just focused on the beats, man.
Yeah.
That's just kind of what I got into. So
but now
like,
y'all know.
Yeah,
now y'all know.
Y'all can see what happens now.
Get a feature and a beat. No,
Hey, the price just went up.
Right.
Get the 2-pack.
Smoke that shit, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you for encouraging me to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Thanks for doing it.
I actually wrote the verse twice. The first one, I was like, this ain't ready for prime time. It was tight, but it was like too Saul Williams. It's like I like spoken poetry a lot, so it was like too heavy. I was like, this is gonna be like
birds of a feather.
Yeah, this is like too articulate. You know what I mean? Like this is too much. You know?
Yeah.
Like you know it's bad when you can do it without the beat, and you're like, man, this sounds like this sounds crazy. You know what I mean?
No, hey, man, whatever it takes though, because like I said, it came out beautiful.
Yeah.
And
also thank you for. You know what? But thank you for helping me with that song too, because we had to make a few little changes on it. And me being who I am, I was like, no, let's let it rock. And you were like, no. No, we're not doing that. So thank you.
That song's incredible, man.
It makes a big difference on that song.
Yeah, sure. It definitely does. Yeah.
For sure.
And it is what it is.
It is. Yeah.
We know what it,
Yeah.
Going back to the album though, going back to features, I guess. A lot of good features on this album.
Yep.
I'm just going to go through them real quick for everybody who doesn't know. All right. We have Profound 79.
Yes, sir.
The very next song, we have Star Nice.
Shout out Star, man.
The very next song, we have Ty Sorrell. And we have Imani from the Joe Budden podcast.
Imani, man.
That's insane. The very next song after that, we have Ross Grilla.
Skrills.
Shout out
One of the dopest, man. One of the dopest.
Amazing.
Song after that, we have this is probably somebody new on the feature list for you.
Yeah.
G's, is that what he goes by?
Yep.
Yeah. Talk about that a little bit.
757 too.
757.
Yeah, talk about that one a little bit before we get into some of the other ones.
Yeah, he's from Norfolk, I believe. Shout out to G's. I met him. Remember when I went to LA in January? And then I came back and did that anniversary show at the Charged Up store, like immediately. And me, you, and Greg went.
Yep.
I think it was that show G's was performing at, and I think I was behind the stage or whatever, chilling with Noah. But like, I was just fucking with his music. And you know how some shows everybody's just like stonewall, they're just chilling.
Always.
You know me, I'm
the Richmond classic.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. But you know me, like if somebody, like, I'm passionate about this shit. So if they're like in it and they got that sound, you can tell when people got that, when they got it.
Yeah.
And I was just into it, like not even like, I didn't even intentionally do that. And I didn't even meet him. I didn't say nothing to him. I just let him rock and whatever. And then he messaged me and was like, yo, I saw you like fucking with my music, bro. Thank you. Like, I appreciate that. And then he was like, I've heard about you. Like, Noah's told me about you. And like, I would love to link sometime. And then I was like, bet. Then he's really close with Theory, my homeboy.
That's
so
insane.
Like, that just checked the box. I was like, if you know him, that's family. So
yeah.
And then we've done 2 joints together. I got another feature from him on this other project. But yeah, so I sent him this. I felt like this was the perfect vibe. It was some
he smoked
real
that shit
757 swag, the whole song, and he murdered that shit.
That was that tunnel. What was it? Tunnel, Chesapeake Tunnel or whatever? That's a
yeah. Hell yeah, man.
No, shout out G's, man. Shout out G's.
He smoked that, man.
But yeah, going back to some of the other features, I think the pack of Loosies probably, as far as I would say, maybe artist regionally, pack of Loosies might have the best features, hands down, above anybody.
Let's go.
I'll take that.
I would say that like the feature list and not just the names, but the actual performance of the features, hands down the best
Damn.
that's around here.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, man.
And that's not just this one. I'm talking from the start. Like all of the features on the pack of Loosies has been kind of a staple.
Mm-hmm.
And that's I guess that's kind of how it started, right? Was just the Loosies were just ones that we're just gonna get put out regardless. Yeah. So let's just get the homies on it. And I mean that thing has turned into an animal.
Turned into masterpiece.
That thing has turned into a fucking animal.
It really has. Like, people from this one are like hitting me like, yo, I need in on 10. I need in. And it's like, even that is a blessing. Like, I'm glad people see that and like want to be able to be a part of that, man.
Especially in this climate.
Yeah.
Especially in this climate.
Big time. But y'all know who y'all are. Y'all know who's gonna be on it.
For sure. Yeah, but this album is a little bit different than I guess some of the previous pack of Loosies. Yeah. The first thing I'm gonna get at is, and you may disagree, but this is just best friend to best friend. Fair. It's a little more braggadocious on this one. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of y'all aren't me. Yeah. On this album, where it used to be very humble, and you still are humble, but with this album, you kind of turned the volume knob up a little bit. And Blaze,
go lay down, buddy.
Go lay down, buddy.
It's okay.
And but this album a little bit more braggadocious. Would you say that, or would
no? Definitely.
Okay,
definitely. Yeah, it's like it's that season now, man. Like,
but he proves it though. He proves in the album. I think he's one of the nicest, man. So like, I think it was his time, but it's crazy because I think it's like that at first, but then it changes halfway through the album.
Definitely,
it gets more reflective.
Yep, and that's exactly what I was going to go to next. Is like the vulnerability throughout the definitely the last part of the album with like Comeback.
Yes,
especially in Comeback. Mm-hmm. I know it was difficult, but talk about that process and like kind of just at least the Comeback record. We'll start with the beat. How did that whole thing just happen from start to finish?
I would love to tell you there's like some scientific method about what happens, but honestly, like it's all about what I find and what I hear at that particular time, and I actually also where I am in my life at that time when I hear it. Because it's funny, like when you really start like making music, you can listen to a record 3 times in a day and you'll hear it differently depending on what's going on at different times of the day. So it just depends. I just like kind of let what I hear kind of dictate what it's going to kind of like sound like in a way. Yeah. Like there's a vibe when you hear it. You're like, oh yeah, this reminds me of the end of The Shining, or this reminds me of this. And then you go like, I like the world that creates in my imagination. It's, it's all about my imagination for me in the music. So it's like I always try to like write movies or write like scenes or something very visual. So that's kind of my approach with it. And when I heard I'm not telling you guys where the sample's from, but when I heard that, I was like, it just has this kind of vibe to it, and I love it. Like when I do that, and I have what in my mind I picture, and then I send it to him, and then he sends me that back.
Sends you that,
and
back.
I'm like, it took him to a different place.
Sure,
that made it bigger than what it could have ever been. Like that's my favorite part of like making music is like when somebody's super talented gets a hold of something and they send it back and they've created like this whole world off of this. But they don't know what led up to that. Like they don't know it could be a jazz record or whatever. Right. That's the crazy thing about music is like it couldn't be that. It could be something else and it made you think it was jazz.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So like that's what inspires me.
And that's sick.
That beat is
crazy.
Thank you.
Then so you get the beat and then you you open up a lot about some of the struggles relationship wise, if we can talk about it.
We can, bro.
Okay. Some of the struggles like relationship wise, and that song is super powerful in that I think it's a topic that we as men sometimes can't tackle because we're supposed to be very stone cold and we live in this day and age where bitches ain't shit and all of this, but when you really love somebody and you have that connection, I think it's important for people that when they go through stuff like that to actually talk about it, and that's what you did on this record. So talk about kind of how that record came about, just in the terms of making the music, not so much of the other stuff. But
yeah. I mean, the beat instantly just Bro, I'm gonna be honest. The first time I heard that beat, bro, I broke down. Like it's like the way the flute comes in on that joint. It's
Yeah.
Thank you,
like
man.
it's just
That's
it's
what
this,
that's what I aim to
bro.
do.
It
Like,
just it gave me this like I have to talk. I have to like I have because there was a bar in there. I said, "These are just my honest truths kept in the dark. My life ain't been too bright."
Yeah.
Right. I don't when I write. I don't really share a lot of my personal shit. Like I
Sure.
don't, and I don't know why that is. Like sometimes I feel like I'm not really good at that type of shit. Like I'm good at making songs that like inspire others, but like when it comes to my own personal shit,
Yeah.
like I never felt like I was really good at that level. So like the beat was amazing, and then I just had a feeling of putting more instruments on it, man. Like so I just added a bunch of chords and synths over that joint, and like some bass and strings, and just really
that's
it just
dope.
fucking
I love that part of it. I think it
yeah
gave it like an unplugged like
yeah
type of sound to it.
yeah. I
Even
just
though,
wanted to beef it up even more, pause. But, but I just really wanted to like really take it there. Like this is some shit you'll hear in a big ass venue. Like I wanted it to sound really big. And then once I added the music to it, like the other instruments, the lyrics just wrote itself, man.
That's dope.
And then the hook, I literally, usually when I do hooks, I'll just mumble some shit. Like I'll sing a melody, but I'll mumble it. Like, there's no real words. That shit just came out like word for word, freestyled the hook because it was clearly on my mind and on
Definitely.
my heart. Like, and I just wanted to share that shit. Like a lot of people don't know what we dealing with because we gotta be a certain way, we gotta look
sure.
a certain way. But like I was just like, man, fuck all that. Like y'all know who I am, y'all know what I stand for. Y'all gonna get what's really on my mind. I just y'all understand if there's a lot of times CJ doesn't show up or CJ doesn't answer the phone or he's not around, it's because I'm dealing with shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like divorce is not fucking easy. Like
No.
it's not, bro. Like so I just wanted to share that. I really needed to get that off my heart, and that was a perfect song to do that shit on. So like I'm just glad it came off that way, and it's actually digestible.
Yeah.
Where you can
Very
enjoy it,
digestible.
you know what I mean? So
it's relatable on many different
Yeah,
levels.
definitely.
Like not even if you approach it with that what you were talking about.
Yeah.
You left it abstract enough to where you can interpret the way
Right.
you want to interpret.
Right.
That's incredible. I think the vulnerability too as well because it kind of like it's like two different albums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it gets to that part, I call it like the Beatles' White Album. When
Okay,
it gets to
yeah.
the end, just because like it reminds me of like guitar gently weeps, that like
Yeah.
type of vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, thank you for sharing that with us. See, I mean,
man, no
especially as like a
problem.
listener. I mean, because as a friend, we talk off camera
Of course.
all the time,
Yeah.
and so to hear it in music is, I don't want to say, how do I say this? It feels good knowing that you were able to get it off your chest
Yeah.
because sometimes, especially us Libras, we hold shit in and it takes a long time and we eventually explode, but we hold a lot of shit in.
Right.
But to hear you actually be able to express it and do it in a way that wasn't negative, which is a very hard thing to do because when you go through these situations, a lot of the times the very first thing you do is you talk negatively about the other person.
Right.
And that's not the route you took, and I know that's not how you feel towards that person anyway. But yeah, that's a pretty special thing, see. So
Thanks,
congratulations on that.
I appreciate it,
Congratulations,
man.
Profound. That was that one is the one that sticks out to me the most as far as timeless music. That one will live forever.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that joint is incredible.
But we're going back to some of the beats. I think my favorite beat is Grease.
Oh wow, okay,
That
all
shit
right.
is so grimy.
All right,
Yo.
yeah.
That shit is so grimy. I love that beat.
And before I even, because I had heard the beat, I had heard the beat with some of the verse on there, and in my head, I'm like, there's only one person you can get on this fucking song, and if that person is not on this fucking song, I'm gonna lose my mind. And sure as shit, that motherfucker is on this song.
That's what he said too. He's like, usually people pick a beat and I gotta like kind of work with it. He's like, he picked the best beat from. He's like, out of all the beats on there, he's like, that's the perfect one.
In my mind, I was like, I'm not supposed to have this beat.
No, that is his beat, bro.
This is everybody's Skrilla beat.
It's crazy. That's the oldest song.
Yeah,
That's
it
the
is.
oldest
Yeah,
song.
that's what I'm saying, because I heard that song a long time ago before it had like a lot of the shit on
Yeah.
there, and I was like,
I recorded it in LA last January, like over a year and a half ago.
That and titles.
Yeah,
I think that and
yep.
titles around the same time.
Yep.
Yeah, because like we performed that song live with Skrilla a couple times.
Yeah.
We just did it like live.
Yeah.
It's a crowd favorite, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
love that beat, man.
Thank you, man.
That where Was that one of the ones that you could have sent to anybody, but you sent it to C, or was like, how did that? Because you could have sent that to a lot of people.
Yeah, but it was just timing, man. I would love to tell you it was like super thought out, but it was in the pack like that I just put together for him. You know what I mean? Because I gave him a mixed bag of stuff, and I was like, because he there's nothing that like he'll rap on anything. Sure. You know what I'm saying? So like I just like sometimes I throw in one, see what's gonna happen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But that like grimy shit is like some of my favorite shit.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah. And so like it's good to have that balance of, you know, the comeback and Grease. It's good to have that balance because you know, sometimes you get lost in the vulnerability and it's like, all right, like this is just fucking sad the entire time. Like, you know what I mean? Or the reverse where it's like, all right, you can't shoot them up and kill them on every single song. Like there's got to be a balance. And Grease is definitely the perfect balance to everything that's going on.
Facts. No, I love that song. Skrillex went absolutely nuts on that song, bro. Like
he left the earth.
He really did. Every line is it's just perfect for him, man. I love that song.
It's perfect for him. And you know, the album is so digestible because we also live in this age where, you know, especially with what we do, podcasts and music, everything is the turnaround is so fast. Right. And so 33 minutes on the album, I think, is perfect for digestibility. You know what I mean? Because it's enough songs. It's 10 songs, so it's enough songs that it has enough stuff to go through, but it's short enough to where you can throw it on and listen to it all the way through. Sometimes some albums, you know, run that hour mark and you don't really get to make it all the way through because nobody just has a fucking hour to sit and digest an entire album. Is that something, again, is that conscious or is that just the way it works out?
I honestly wanted this album to be longer.
Yeah, we could have just kept going.
Yeah, I really wanted to do like 15.
We were like, we already knew there was going to be another one in the future, so we're just like, all right.
Yeah.
You know, like, and we kept throwing stuff in Santa's bag, and the sides were starting to bust on it. So, like, we had to do something, you know?
Yeah. No, perfect timing, though.
Yeah, I think so, too. And it's exactly 10 songs, too. So like,
yeah, exactly 10 songs. That's why I said the digestibility is perfect. And again, back to the music selection. I mean, it's just a diverse, wide music selection. There's no there's no two songs on there that sound alike.
Right.
Which is super key. Sometimes artists get pretty boxy, and you know they put an album out, and all of the songs kind of sound the exact same. This one definitely hits all of the boxes as far as you have your grimy shit, you have your vulnerability, you have your chill shit, you have like all of those boxes are checked. So again, congratulations, you guys, on an awesome album.
Thank you, man. Thank you. That's all him. He sequenced the whole thing. So I think he did a wonderful job of like sequencing all the songs, how they kind of transition each other, and the vibe, the overall sound of it. Yeah, like they all sound like they go together, which is hard to do because there are many different styles.
Yeah,
sure. So it's like that's hard to do as well. So like, props to CJ on that.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
I really felt like I told a story on this. Like,
definitely,
that was kind of the vision. Like even Greg pointed out that kind of the titles, the title of each song kind of goes into each other.
For sure.
And that was definitely intentional. Yeah. So I'm glad that like he picked up on that, but I wanted to be intentional. And this is the longest I've ever taken to complete an album ever. And I know Pro has been on me like, yo, when we ready, because you know we got other homies dropping, and I'm like, not yet. Like I just want this shit to be perfect, man. Like,
no, we were both busy too. I mean, you got a ton of stuff going on, so do I. So like, it was just
Does that ever get hard for you? That all of your homies are like dropping at like not the exact same time, but like back to back to back. Like you got albums coming out like damn near every week. It's like you got to go on a press run every single week.
It honestly, sometimes it works out. They get bunched up sometimes.
Yeah.
But it works out most of the time. Like something will come out and it'll take a while. I think in this current climate that we're in, you kind of have to approach it like that because if you don't, it's people's like. You used to be able to put out an album and then like it was like, you know, you live your life by it. You put it on like a pedestal. We're not living in those times anymore. You know, so like people need constantly like they need to be it's hard for an artist because you honestly have to like put out such a top level of work so frequently.
Yeah.
It's It's
it's like about after a week.
I mean, it's hard too. You gotta be a content creator. All this craziness out here now. So like, it's just a lot.
Yeah.
So like, we're all very creative people, but it's still at the end of the day, it's pulling from a well.
Yeah.
It's got to be replenished. You know what I mean? You can't just keep like.
And it's hard because like you're expected to do this thing so rapidly and so fast, but like in order to do it, you have to like live life too. Like in order to have something to talk about.
That's what makes it. That's what people fail to realize is like you living your life is what makes it. He had to live his life for that period of time for that album to be like that.
Yep.
You know what I mean? All that's because that's honestly like that's his life.
Yeah.
That's what happened. That's why it's like really good music is great because you actually learn who that person is because they gave you their vulnerability, their ups and downs. But it's hard for a lot of people they only want to give you the ups.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Life ain't pretty like that all the time. You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of people out here that are faking it online to look like everything is good.
Yeah. Well, we found out what happened with Mr. Beast, right? There it is. Had to borrow money to get married out here. Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on,
He's
man.
supposed to be an ultra mega millionaire.
Right.
Well, on paper. See, then you got these guys on paper. I'm going to sell you like what has already happened or what might happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
An idea.
Which is a wolf ticket. But
No, what you said though is pretty spot on with this. I feel like in terms of getting to know CJ, I think this album does that probably better than a lot of the previous work.
Yeah, absolutely. That was my goal for this album too.
Yeah.
Which is another reason why it took so long. Like I wanted to let people in on who I am, like actually let people in. Which is why also I'm glad you pointed out the braggadocio shit because like we've been talking about that off mic. Like bro, I'm tired of being so passive all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And it's like
yeah, we need to bring back hate keeping, man. That's all. Because like dudes
like,
hated on me so bad when I was a kid. Like I was coming up like trying to make beats, man. They gave me the hell.
Right.
They weren't forthcoming. Some of them like, here's the Beat Butcher kit. They would have never gave me that back.
Hell no.
They'd be like, you want this? I'll sell you one drum at a time for $20. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's craziness.
And we still made it work. But I just really like being around
shit,
y'all.
basically.
Exactly. Like I'm really on some none of y'all can fuck with me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here you go. Like prove me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like
I mean,
feel like I've
9
been
albums
doing
since
that.
2022. Good God.
Right.
These dudes ain't done 9 albums their whole life.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's just the Loosies. Like, come on, man. You know, it's respectfully, like it's still gonna be love, but at the same time, like the separation is here now. Like, and it's gonna be known. It's gonna be anybody I'm around. You can't fuck with none of us.
Well, you recorded all the album. Let's talk about that. Recorded all the album.
Yeah.
Mixed it all. Mastered it.
Talk about
Cover. Design. Sent. CDs.
Right.
Whoa. And we about to shoot the video.
Come on, man.
Yeah. what else is going on around
Talking
here?
about who do we need?
Yeah.
Nobody.
That is crazy because there's a lot of people that just get behind the mic and that's all they do.
Yeah.
And like they think that's it. And it's like, yo, that's not it. Like that's not all you have to do. Like all of the stuff that
you got to think about it differently. The more we can get from CJ, the more it's artistic because that's actually him.
Yep.
Like if you're doing all these steps yourself, you're not dictating to somebody else because when somebody else is helping you do it, you're getting a little bit of them too, and it's taken away from what you are.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not perfect, but my imperfections are going to make me stick out from the rest of the group.
Exactly.
You just got to embrace yourself. See, a lot of people aren't confident enough to realize, like, there's plenty of room at this table for everyone to eat.
Yep.
Definitely.
And there's going to be a table made for you too. But you just need to think about getting to your table, and that's the only thing you need to worry about. Exactly. It's kind of like when you've been drinking at a wedding and you know where your table's located and you can hardly make it. You just got to get to your table.
You just got to get there.
To your table, baby.
Yeah, all you got to do is get there. Yeah.
Yeah. They got your name at the table too.
Yeah,
You know
right
what I
there
mean? No guessing involved.
Nah, that's beautiful though, man. Congratulations, you guys, again
Thanks,
on another album. It's crazy to say another album because some people barely make an album solely with somebody once. You guys have done it twice, and probably again. It's like,
Right.
He's stuck with me now. He's stuck with me now. Yeah, right.
Hey,
Blood in, blood out.
I'm about to say I'm not mad at it. Y'all can keep doing this thing. Whatever y'all are doing, keep
I
doing
thought
it.
my man was moving on me, so I was like, I was like,
Yeah. No,
I mean, we would have still kept in contact,
sure.
but like,
For sure.
yeah.
we got work to do, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be here for a while. We got work.
Nah, I'm gonna move with him when we leave this time. We'll leave for real. We'll leave
Let's all
for a
get
reason.
the fuck out.
We'll leave for a reason this time.
To do it the right way.
Yeah. What do you guys have coming next? Anything? I know we're still in album mode, but anything as far as like album wise coming next?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I got a joint with my man Benny Watts coming up.
Yes, sir.
I
Shout out
got
Benny Watts, man.
Stovetop Chronicles. That's a crazy album.
Oh yeah.
I got a joint with Skrilla, of course, coming up. I got a couple joints coming up with Skrilla. Actually, so many I don't even know the order of them at this point.
I know
Yeah, crazy stuff. I got a joint. I got actually another joint with Star coming up called Peer Pressure. That's done. I actually got a joint with Noah too. I got a joint with Noah coming up probably in November.
Incredible.
I know I might have forgot some stuff, so I'm sorry, but that's all I can think about right now.
Well, you work with so many goddamn people. I wouldn't be able to remember all this shit either, honestly.
No. I like when you work with me, like you get my all. You get my 100%. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah. We had that story out there when we just talked about it. We talked about it on camera. But yeah. Send me some jelly roll hooks back.
Yo, Jelly Roll has his own lane, man. Stay in it.
It's a funny story though, because I know one of my friends grew up with Jelly Roll, right?
Okay.
So like when I was like earlier in my career, I'd say it's like 2014 maybe. He was like, "Yo, send some beats to Jelly Roll," and I was like,
because he
you
used
heard
to rap.
Jelly Roll's music? Like we're not in the same. I'm Dungeons and Dragons over here. It's freaking what is that? What's that steakhouse Topeka's or something over here? I sent him some joints, but obviously, there's no Jelly Roll Profound tracks, unfortunately, for my publishing.
Nah, but again, congrats you guys on another album. This one is phenomenal.
Thank you. Thanks,
if you haven't already, if you didn't do it at the beginning, hit pause, go get the album right now.
Please.
And we'll have CDs.
Yeah, CDs. We got
some
coming
CDs
in this week. We'll have those ready for y'all, man.
And we didn't skimp out. We didn't go with the sliders. My man got the jewel cases.
Come on, man.
Come on, the jewel case, baby. Yeah.
We had to do it right, man. Yeah. Also, I want to say, as far as the features, shout out to K Taurus as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot about K Taurus. I don't know how I forgot about that.
Because it's like a break in features before it gets to her track.
Yeah.
But shout out to her. Like, she
phenomenal
did amazing.
Song.
Yeah, that song is amazing.
That's probably one of the best songs on the album.
Yeah, for real.
I can't believe I forgot about that. What do I do?
It happens to me. It happens to me with titles too.
Yeah.
Like I forget about. I think it's because like what was it called when like Pangea it broke apart.
That's literally
they're their own continent, and like forget about it,
I just do a podcast, man. That's all I do.
Yeah.
Nah, we appreciate you, man. We got a lot of stuff on the way. Get ready for, now it's all the visuals, all of that type of stuff. So get ready for all of that. I'm sure there are going to be plenty of shows coming up, and a lot more music on the way. I got at least 5 or 6 collab albums I'm working on right now. That'll be done by the end of the year. So it's just now it's overload time. Like now it's just time to just keep feeding. I feel like we've been chilling for a while. Like we've been chilling for a little bit, which is good.
Letting y'all live.
Exactly, like legit. But excuse me, get out the way. Yeah. We back.
And if you haven't already tapped in, man, tap in because. Again, now or never is really where we're at right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're at the time where everything is going next level. The production of the podcast is getting ready to go to the next level.
Yes, sir.
All of the music is getting ready to go to the next level. So kind of hop on the train now, man. I appreciate you guys.
We some next level dudes,
Yeah, next level, man. That's really what it's about, man. Because we've been doing this shit so long, like it's our time.
Yeah.
It's time to really gain back what we're putting in.
Yeah.
Like I said, I really appreciate you guys coming through.
No, thank you, man. We appreciate you, bro.
Yeah. Anytime, like I said, I always tell you all this, but C's the co-host pro, but you have a lifetime pass on the podcast, man. Yeah. Anytime you ever want to come through,
I'm seeing like a co-host thing coming up soon, man. I'm not there yet.
Come on, man.
When they looked at the picture, Michael J was losing his brothers and stuff, like starting to appear. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. Come on, man. Nah, for real.
People need it.
But yeah, this is the Fairly Decent Podcast. Go get Pack of Loosies Volume 9. Out baby. Now. Yes, I'm Jason. That's CJ. That's Profound 79. We'll catch y'all on the next one.
Peace. Yeah, that job was fire, bro.